Good morning. Oh my gosh, it is so dark. Is it really? It looks like I'm in the, I don't get to see it ahead of time. That's super bright too. All right, let's just adjust ourselves. There we go. What is up? How are you feeling today? Boy, it makes such a big difference to have my cameras at home and probably my microphone versus just the native camera because this is a little gross. But anyway, so I am still out here in San Diego. I am at a conference and it is absolutely incredible. It's this conference on marketing. And so it is 3 o'clock in the morning when I got up today because I was committed to being here at my normal time, which is 4 a.m. On the Pacific, in Pacific Standard Time. So, how are you feeling today? I feel amazing. I mean, it is early, but when my feet hit the ground in the morning, I think about how it is that I want to show up. How do I want to feel? And it's something we need to train ourselves to do because we don't usually just automatically think, hey, how do I want to feel? We just get on with our day. Today, I want to talk about authenticity, the confidence to be authentic. And I struggled with this for many years because I showed people what they wanted to see, what they should see, or at least what I thought that they should see. And it doesn't mean that that is what they wanted to see. That was just my idea. And so for me to come into my own, for me to become the person who I am and feel comfortable in my own skin, it was an evolution, absolutely. And I talk about authenticity in the book, which I'm still waiting for it to come out, y'all. I don't control this. The ebook is out. So Confidence is Queen is on ebook. You can find it. I get these notifications like it's published here, it's published here, it's published here. So I know it's in iTunes, it's in at the Nook, it's in Amazon, but the paperback is still coming. So I'm hoping today, but we'll see. But I talk about being true and authentic to who you are. And I want you to imagine with me, just imagine now. And I will say, Zig Ziglar says this amazing quote, and I say it all the time. I'm sure you already know what I'm about to say, is that if we don't know where we're going, if we aim at nothing, then we hit our target every time. Y'all, I want you to be really intentional with your life. That's what this is all about, is who do you want to be? How do you want your life to look? How do you want to feel? How do you want to show up in the world? So getting clear on what this looks like. For so many years, I said, oh, I want to be happy. What does that even mean? Because happiness for some people is having a family of 7, and married, and other people, happiness is single and no kids. I mean, there is absolutely no one definition of happiness. So what does happy look like for you? And that's what we need to get clear on. So I want you to think about what it would feel like to be authentically you. Let's define authenticity. You know that you, when you're by yourself and you're just hanging out and you get to let loose maybe around some people that already know you. What does that feel like to you? What are you wearing when you're around these people? What does your skin feel like? How do you laugh? Do you have a big laugh? Do you hold it back? What does it feel like when you walk? Do you take big strides? Do you wear heels? I want you to imagine your life when you are you, when you show up as the person that you know is inside of you. And so many times we go into the office and we say, oh, I think I need to be this way. I mean, that was me. I worked in a male-dominated world and I didn't want everybody to get stuck on all this hair or see my earrings or any of that. So I would wear these big baggy clothing and I'd wear my hair up and my big old glasses because I didn't want them to see me. I wanted them to be in my mind, not see my look. But what did that mean for me? It means that when I showed up in the office, I was somebody that I wasn't. It means that I was going into the office trying to be what I thought they wanted me to be. Now, there's a line. I mean, hey, I'd like to wear my pajamas into work versus being professional. But I honestly, every single day said, oh, you know what? I'm not going to wear that because that's going to be distracting. And I don't mean like, oh, my little, like this would not be an appropriate work outfit. I'm just talking about, I would wear these big baggy outfits that would cover everything up. Last Friday, I was invited to a going away from somebody of the company that I used to work at. And I showed up in a tank top. And that was huge for me. First of all, I have a massive tattoo on my back and I let it show. And I let my shoulders show. And that's something that I've also, I don't want to say struggled with, but I've always had this idea that you need to cover your shoulders when you're in work. That's not a hard and fast rule. It's just something I've always lived by. So I would cover up my shoulder. I still do it. That's a lot of times why I put these things on. But I would cover my shoulders and definitely didn't want my tattoo to be seen. And slowly but surely, here's Jen Sugarmeyer. She's just showing up in a tank top. And I had camo pants on with 4-inch heels. And I just showed up at this event. And you know what? It felt so good. And I saw old coworkers and they were in their same corporate attire that is probably not them. It probably doesn't scream and resonate their personality. But this is how I feel comfortable. This is a leather jacket. I wore the same thing yesterday. And anyway. So I was going to this convention and I thought, what is it that I want to wear? And I thought, oh, well, this maybe doesn't give off the right vibe. I said, you know what? No, this is something that I want to wear. This is who I am. Now I probably won't wear this. This is for me to work out here in a little bit. But I'll wear a tank top with it. And that is who Jen Sugarmeyer is. If you said, okay, what do you wear? Do you know how many times I tried to go find other things? And I'm like, that's just not me. I'm blue jeans and a tank top, maybe a leather jacket, maybe a blue jean jacket. That is who I am. And that's how I feel comfortable. And I showed up at this event and you know what? There were people that were in suits and there were also people that were in blue jean shorts. So it was the full gamut. But I wore exactly what it was that I wanted to wear. I was being authentic to me and I had my 4-inch heels on. And I did have one person that said, well, you don't need to wear those. And I said, absolutely, yes, I do. Because that is who I am. I feel comfortable in heels. And so many people tell me, oh yeah, you don't need to wear heels. You know what? When I am being authentic to me, I'm in heels and I'm in big heels because I feel comfortable and I feel sexy. And it's not for anyone else to decide how I get to feel and what makes me feel good. That's for me to stand up for myself. And so as you are getting into the zone of, I want that level of authenticity too, you have to know what that feels like for you. At the core, when we look at the definition of confidence, it's trust, it's belief, it's faith. I trust that when I'm towering over people, that everything is going to be okay. And I didn't feel that way for a long time. That may sound silly. That may sound ridiculous. But I didn't believe that everything was going to be okay for a long time because I felt that people were teasing me. I felt that all these things were happening when really maybe they were just asking me a question. I only had one person that mentioned about my height yesterday. Do you know how many people said, hey, I like your heels? They just walk by me and be like, awesome, I love your heels. I'm like, thanks. You see, when you own who you are, listen to this carefully. When you own who you are, the world does too. It takes on a whole different perspective. I joined this tall girl group. There's a few of them I joined. It's one of them. I think it's for tall girls or something like that. And this woman was on there and I was reading this last night before I went to bed. And she said, I hate being 6 feet tall. And I went back through and because when you're part of a group, you can see what that person's comments were throughout the years. So I could see her comments over the last 2 years and her posts and things like that. And this woman hates being tall. Absolutely hates it. And sometimes she'll throw in and say, yeah, I mean, it's okay. I don't really mind it, but I kind of hate it, And I could see it was so obvious to me. If you asked her, hey, do you like your height? Do you, she would say, yeah, maybe. But you don't get any of that from her comments. Now, I also see in her comments where people say things to her, or there's something negative that has happened, and she puts that in the comments that lead her to her actions. I'm telling you, I did too, until I started accepting who I am. You have to stand up for you. You have to trust that who you are is good enough. You are good enough. You are 100% made perfectly. There is only one of you, only one. Do you know why a Ferrari is worth more than a Honda? Because there are millions of Hondas on the road. There are only a few Ferraris. Y'all, only a few. That's why they're worth more. There is only one of you. You weren't made to copy somebody else. You were made to be you. And however that looks for you, when your legs get out of bed and your feet hit the floor in the morning, you should be asking yourself, who am I? How do I want to feel? How do I want to show up? And I mean, don't overthink it. Let it flow. Let it be natural. And if whatever comes to mind is, I want to wear heels, because my outfits change. I don't always want to wear heels. I don't always want to wear my red heels. Sometimes I want to wear other ones. Sometimes I want to wear sneakers. I want to wear what feels good for me that day. And do it in a respectable way. You know, if you're going to an event and they want a certain kind of attire, okay, but you can still be authentic to whatever fits good for you within that realm. It's like being in the office. You just can't wear this. That's not appropriate. You got to find what works for you. But go with whatever flows for you. Believe in yourself. Believe that who you are is who the world needs, because that is exactly what it is. You got to have faith. Everything could be okay. I believe that it could be okay, and it will. It will. So who is that person that you want to be? When you close your eyes and you imagine your perfect day, how are you showing up? How is it for you as you encounter these things? The way that you're able to tell if there's dissonance is when you get these feelings throughout the day of, ooh, that didn't feel right. Ooh, I wanted to do something different. Where are you holding back? Where are you feeling that dissonance? When you hold back, oh no, I don't want to do this. Oh no, I don't want to be that. I don't want to. That should be your clue that something inside of you is saying, hey, I want to come out. Hey, I'm being suppressed. Hey, something is happening. Listen to that voice, because that's you. That's the you that is telling you something so much more and so much more powerfully. It wants to be authentic. It wants to support you. Why be like everybody else? How do you stand out? Why would somebody want to buy from you? Why would somebody want to date you if you look like everybody else? I mean, how are they even going to find you? If everybody is the exact same, if they have the exact same personality, if they have the exact same, then why you? Why you? Okay, you love video games? Own it. Own it. Get in the video gaming world and find somebody that appreciates you for you. If you like dressing up in anime, dress up in anime and go find somebody at a convention that honors and appreciates you. You like Renaissance festivals? Go do those. I don't know. There's like a ton of things. But own it. Step into it. And let that become you. That's how you're going to stand out. That's how people are going to see you. That's how you're going to get noticed. And that's when you're going to feel good. It's not going to be resisting like this woman on this tall girl site that's like, I kind of hate my height. Well, guess what? Everything she hears, whether it's negative or not, and some of the things that I saw were kind of arguably not the best. But everything you hear when you don't accept who you are sounds negative because you're fighting it. Stop fighting. Let go. Be in the flow. Look, I'm 6'1". I wear 4-inch heels. It doesn't bother me. Yeah, sometimes I can't hear when I'm in a bar, so I need to sit down because it's so loud. I'm like, what? But you know how many connections I made yesterday because of my height? I'm being serious. Because people see me and they're like, wow, she's different. And she owns who she is. People want confident people, and it will come out in you owning who you are. So not only does it feel good to just be you, I mean, think about that t-shirt that you love to wear. You know what I'm talking about? You're like, oh, I've worn this thing a million times. It's all faded, but you wear it around the house and you feel so good. Maybe you don't even wear a bra, you're just like hanging out. It feels so amazing. That's what being authentic to you feels like. It's like putting on that outfit. It's like doing that thing that makes you, you. You're not trying to be somebody else. How exhausting is it to have two personalities? Well, I got to keep up with this and I have to keep up with this. Don't do that. We don't need to. Just be who you are. And that's what's going to allow you to be seen. And confidence is a magnet. It's a magnet. People want to be around confident people. That's why people will walk up to me. That's why I can walk up to, it doesn't matter who you are. I don't care if you're a janitor or a CEO, but I just walk up to you because I believe in who I am. I believe in myself. I have faith that everything can work out okay. I have that faith. I have security in myself that the world is not going to fall apart if I accidentally trip or if somebody thinks I'm too tall. And so when I walk up to these people, guess what happens? They talk to me. And it's just as simple as that. And when I present the real, true Jen Sugarmeyer, then there's magic that happens. And they say, hey, yeah, we should work together. Or they say, hey, I'd love for you to come on my show. Or, hey, yeah, we should talk. Hey, I know somebody you should talk to. But if somebody sees somebody who's not true and authentic to themselves, then why would they want to work with that person or refer that person or hang around that person? Like, they don't know who you are. You don't know who you are. So let go. Where is that resistance? Where is that dissonance in your life that you say, you know what? I want to show up as this person. I want to wear this bikini, but I just don't feel like I can. You say, I want to show up. I want to insert my opinion here, but I don't because I'm afraid of what they're going to think. But I know deep down inside, I want to say something. I know when I laugh, I have this snort and I want to let it out, but I hold it back because I think people aren't going to like it. Or maybe you have teeth and you don't like how your teeth look and you hold them back and you don't smile, but you want to. What would it feel like to know that the world loved you for you, but you need to love yourself first? And that it's okay that you have Jen Sugarmeyer's permission to show up as you are, to be who you are, regardless of wherever you are. But you get to decide this. It's only you that can bring it out. I can encourage you, but it's only you that can bring this out of you. So I want you to think about it today. What would your life look like if you were able to just give up the act that isn't you, and you started to embrace the person that is? How would that feel like? What would change? And look, I don't expect you, if you've been holding back from the world of who you are, I don't expect you to like, now here I am, and do some like grand entrance today. All this stuff takes time. It takes time. It takes practice. It's wearing my evolution with heels. I was wearing flats. Then I started with little kitten heels, then a little bit bigger, then a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. And then someday I'm going to be wearing some big old fat wedges. I just am not wearing them now because I haven't found them, but I'm sure they're out there. but it was an evolution for me. I didn't just come out of the gate and like, here I am. If you've been holding back, there's probably self-discovery that even you need to do. And it'll come. But just start to let go. The world's not going to fall apart with you being you. Don't aim to be a copy. There's only one of you. That makes you much more valuable than being a copy of somebody else or not being true and authentic to yourself. Shine bright in the person that you are. So that's it for me. My book should be dropping today. That paperback should be dropping. So if you've not already, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Thank you for sticking around with me till the end. I hope you feel inspired. I really want you to go out today and just think about, notice that dissonance, notice that resistance of, man, I wanted to do this, but I didn't. What if you just started acting and doing and giving into that voice that's saying, this is who I am? Okay. Now now follow the rules and the laws. I'm not saying go do anything that's illegal, but I'm saying be who you are. Be who you are. That snort is your snort. Those teeth are your teeth. That hair is your hair. Look, I don't really love my hair, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I do. I've learned to appreciate it, but I love you. I respect you, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Hit that subscribe button. It helps blow this algorithm up so we can talk to more people about confidence and all things mindset. Go do you, queen. Go do you. And look out for my book because it's amazing. All right. I love you. Go be you. Cheers. See you tomorrow.